day everyone, my name is Jonna Vinadonza from ABM Fontail. Today we will be talking about the topic Tracing Media's Evolution, Lesson 2. But before we proceed to our discussion, here are the learning competencies. First, we have identifies traditional media and new media and their relationships. Second, editorializes the rules and functions of media and democratic society. Last, searches latest theory on information and media. So our learning targets are, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain the differences and similarities between traditional media and new media, identify specific events that contributed to the evolution of traditional and new media, demonstrate understanding of the implications of the rise of the information age and media, infer the meaning of self-regulation in new media, create a timeline tracing the history of new media, and write an editorial piece on a current issue reflecting on the role and functions of the media in shaping public discourse and policy in a democratic society. In our class discussion, how did media serve the public interest in each age? And what are the benefits and challenges of new media in today's democratic society? So, media serve the public interest in each age. Yes, media inform people, spread news, and help citizens take part in society. So, what are the benefits and challenges of new media in today's democratic society? So, new media gives freedom to share ideas, but also spreads fake news and risky privacy. So, some of these benefits are freedoms of expression. People can easily express opinions and ideas. That is, then faster information sharing, public participation, and transparency and accountability, and etc. Then some of these challenges are misinformation and fake news, cyberbullying and online harassment, and privacy issues and echo chambers. Those are some. So in this lesson, we have 3 topics: a brief history of media and communication, forms of communication in different ages, and relationship between traditional and new media. We know that communication is a vital part of human life. Since the beginning of time, humans have always found ways to express their thoughts, emotions, and ideas. Before modern technology existed, people used basic forms and communication such as sounds, gestures, and drawings to share messages. According to the pioneering research of Dr. Catherine Brennan, founder of the Center for Infant Mental Health and Development of the University of Washington, even infants try to communicate with their caregivers using nonverbal cues. Like babies, early humans only needed to communicate with people within a small circle. So sounds and gestures were enough. Humans eventually learned to speak, although scientists have not yet agreed on a theory on how exactly this happened. So first, forms of writing around 3200 to 600 before Common Era. So humans started writing around 3200 before Common Era in Mesopotamia and 600 before Common Era in Mesoamerica. It arose from the need to indicate quantity or numbers for record keeping. Words for finger are found in several ancient languages for numbers, which suggests that humans first counted and communicated quantity with their fingers. So this evolved into cutting notches in tree barks or stones to represent numbers. Early humans began drawing on caves and animal skin to record other things and concepts. The earliest forms of writing, like the Egyptian hieroglyphs and simplified drawings, pictographic writing systems like those used by the Chinese, still exist today. Phoenician and Roman alphabetic script. So the Phoenicians and Romans utilized alphabetic scripts in which symbol stands in for specific sounds with about 22 letters. The Phoenician alphabet is regarded as the progenitor of several contemporary alphabets. The Phoenician alphabet was taken up and modified by the Romans, who also created the Latin alphabet, which is used to write Latin and many other European languages. Sample of hieroglyphics. Additionally, the more intricate writing system of ancient Egypt was hieroglyphics. It employs the three primary categories of symbols. 1. Logograms, which stand for whole word or concepts. Logograms. Second, phonograms, which are analogous to alphabetic letters in representing sounds. So, third, determinatives, which function as pictorial cues. So, logograms is a statue of invaders or Pony Express. As human settlements got bigger and bigger, the need to communicate to a greater number of people grew. Horns, drums, fire, and smoke signals were used to send a message quickly and over a vast distance. Example, invaders. Messengers were also used to physically disseminate information more precisely. Archaeological accounts corroborate biblical passages about the Persians using messengers on horses to reach more people over great distance faster. This ancient Pony Express may be the predecessor of the postal service, but like so many ancient forms of spreading information to a large group of people, it required resources that were practically exclusive to the ruling class. During the pre-industrial age, information was mostly passed on orally. Important documents like laws and edicts had to be tediously copied by hand and posted in public places. Or town criers traveled from place to place to read them out loud. Information also flowed in only one direction from the ruler, who issued the edict to his subjects. The whole process must be repeated in verse when they received an artifact of ancient Chinese black printing. It was an artifact of ancient Chinese black printing. It was until the 7th century, hundreds of years after the invention of printing technology lowered the cost of book and reading materials, that the modern newspaper was invented in Europe. Before that, printed news sheets appeared in the Ming Dynasty court in Beijing in 1582. And block printed handbills commemorating events were sold in 7th century Japanese cities. Modern magazines were invented in the 18th century. It took awfully long for all these communication developments to happen. And that's all our discussion today.
Good day everyone, I am Von Alora Baob, and today I will be discussing the evolution of communication through different ages from the prehistoric age to the digital age. But before we start, let me ask you, do you have any idea how people communicated before smartphones and internet existed? Let's find out together. First, we have prehistoric age. In the prehistoric age, early humans communicated through cave paintings and symbols. Pictures of animals and people dancing on cave walls were used to tell stories or record events. Next, we have industrial age, from the year 17,000s to 1930s. During the industrial age, the invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg made mass production of books and newspapers possible. This allowed knowledge and ideas to spread widely. And next we have electronic age. The electronic age introduced faster and more accessible communication through radios and televisions. People could now hear and see news, entertainment, and sports in real time. Its examples are FM, AM. Lastly, we have New Age or Digital Age. Today, we live in the digital age, where communication is dominated by new media, social media platforms, smartphone apps, and streaming services have transformed how we share and receive information.
Good day, I am Narose Licaris Garcia and I am here to report the relationship between new media and traditional media. So both traditional and new media are forms of mass media that aims to inform, entertain, and educate people. They differ in how they deliver and receive information. Traditional use analog technology like radio, television, and print to reach large audiences at one time, while new media use digital internet technology such as websites, blogs, and social media for instant and electronicity communication. As technology advanced, traditional media adopted digital tools like online newspapers and streaming TV programs. This proved that traditional and new media are connected and converging rather than separate. Traditional media built the foundation for communication, while new media expanded it through interactivity and accessibility. So here's the table for easy understanding and organized information between traditional and new media. For aspect, we have form, interaction, access, speed, and feedback. So the forms of traditional media are print, radio, TV, and film, while new media use website, blogs, and social media. Interaction are one-way, interactive, and participatory. And access, we use schedule in traditional media, while new media is on demand. And speed, they are lower in traditional media and in new media is instant. While in feedback, in traditional media are always limited, while in new media are immediate. That's all, and thank you for participating and listening to our report.